heart, hustle, baseball. The game lives here. This is Pioneer League. Watch on home team.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to Glacier Bank Park for Pioneer League Baseball. My name is Scott Gladstone. So excited to have you along for the ride as today your Glacier Range Riders take on the Long Beach Coast in the first ever matchup between the two sides. Should be a great matchup between these two squads as the Coast come in with the best record in the league, 50 wins and 16 losses. The Range Riders are at a dead even 33-33 on the season. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the starting lineups for you as we get set for baseball. Live from the Flathead Valley in Northwest Montana, we'll be right back with the starting lineups.
Glacier Bank Park is just so beautiful. The absolutely stunning views, the facility that we have, we're just very fortunate.
This is a place where people can gather throughout the community. The location of the park itself is centrally located within the valley, and as such, it keeps everybody coming from all the different municipalities throughout the valley, and really it's just a hub for the community to meet.
My favorite thing about coming to the ball field is seeing old friends, seeing the beautiful complex, and the staff, how friendly they are. They greet us with friendliness, and the seats are awesome.
We also get to connect with folks as far away as Boston that are here on vacation that actually want to come to a ballpark because I talk them into it because that's how special it is.
So we come to socialize. We love our group and we just have a really good time. Of course, we like watching the game too. And we like to win.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome back in. Let's go over the starting lineups for today's game. First, for your Glacier Range Riders. The Range Riders are 33-33 on the season, as announced by manager Todd Pratt. It is Kyle Ashworth leading off. Donovan Ratfield bats second. Vradenberg third. Garner, Rover, and Millen the middle three. Steele, Collins, and Beard the bottom three. Cole Crescent, former Long Beach Coast member, gets to start on the bump. On the other side for the Long Beach Coast, it's Pelk, Bardowell, and Best to lead things off, while Coronavest and Rosengard are the middle three. Jablonski, Whittle, and Mata round it out, while head manager Troy Percival's son, Cole Percival, gets the start on the mound. We'll take one more quick break, and when we return, it'll be first pitch from Glacier Bank Park. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
This is Johns Manville, built on experience, guided by people who believe every detail matters. We manufacture commercial roofing systems with purpose, combining performance, protection, and long-term reliability. From the science behind our products to the trust earned on every job, we focus on what lasts and what comes next. Steady leadership, proven performance. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Welcome back in. The Glacier Range Riders and the Long Beach Coast about to do battle from the Flathead Valley. And as of right now, we will send it down to the field for our national anthem, sang live here at Glacier Bank Park. Again, down to the field for our national anthem. Our national anthem sang live here at Glacier Bank Park. Let's go over the defense for the Glacier Range Riders today. Behind the plate, it'll be per usual. Donovan Ratfield catching the balls and strikes. Carson Garner over at third. Jacob Steele, the shortstop. Logan Beard at second base. The first baseman is Brock Vredenberg. The outfield from left to right is Jake Millen, Kyle Ashworth, and Drew Collins. This is a pesky Long Beach Coast squad, and the pitcher that's going to have to deal with them first is a man who has worn that jersey earlier this year, the right-hander Cole Crescent. Crescent originally from Mandeville, Louisiana, and the 23-year-old, 6'3", 190 pounds out of Louisiana Monroe. The year before, he played under their pitching coach in Jerome Williams, who was the coach for Yuba Sutter, as well as their quality control coach, A.J. Crapo, who's also with the High Wheelers. Those two moving with manager Troy Percival down to Long Beach to be a part of this inaugural season for the Coast, which has been absolutely the stuff of dreams for Long Beach. They have quickly become a very good force with a largely repurposed Idaho Falls squad, including this leadoff batter in Eddie Pelk, who played with the Chuckers last season, went to the PBL championship game, the series that they ended up unable to come away with the PBL crown after dropping 3 straight. This one's hit on the ground over towards first base. Eddie Pelk has himself a leadoff single. And just like that, we are underway. 6:34 p.m., 77 degrees. It is smoky here, but honestly not too bad, especially when you compare it to what the Range Riders had to deal with in Boise last week. And the smoke really stays off this hill a fair amount compared to the rest of the valley. That pitch is outside. Up at the plate now, it's Matthew Bardwell, just activated off the IL. Batting .357 this year, Bardowell. Skips in the dirt. It's 2-0. This season, Cole Crescent, 6.59 ERA, 1 win, 3 losses. This is his 10th start for the Range Riders. 21 strikeouts and 12 walks. 2 balls, no strikes, nobody out. Top of the first inning. Ball upstairs. It's 3-0. .30 pitch in. Take all the way, and it's called a strike. Bardowell, big outfielder. Played for the Williamsport Crosscutters last year. 6'4", 245 from Fontana, California. Pelk shimming around over there on first as Bardowell fouls it back, and the count goes to 3-2. Full count on Bardowell. On base percentage at .462 for the Long Beach Coast right fielder. .32 is called ball 4. Missed outside and walking down to first will be the Range Riders' opposite right fielder. Up steps the dangerous Cuba Bess. You'll see a lot of guys on this Long Beach Coast roster, including 2 specifically tonight, that have a ton of experience compared to the rest of this league. Cuba Bess is one of them. First pitch right at the knees for a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1. This one tapped, unable to grab it. Steele will make the play over at first. It's an infield single. Cuba Bess not going to beat out a ton of infield possibilities, but he gets that one there. It's an infield single. The bases are loaded with no outs. Pelk to third, Bardowell to second, and Bess to first. Emilio Corona now steps in. Corona, the former Great Falls Voyager player. Count goes to 1-0. Foul back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Corona's having a solid year, .369, 16 home runs, 67 RBIs. This one out towards right field. Backing up is Drew Collins. It should be an up for the sacrifice fly, and that's exactly what it is. Sac fly, and it's 1-0 Long Beach Coast lead. Bess stays put at first base. Now Bess over there, 6 stolen bases on this season. The 1-out pitch. Missed inside, 1-0. This one sky high. Shallow left field. Garner looking up at it, and it is unable to be grabbed. Awkward spot. None of the Range Riders could get it. And the count will just go to 1-1. This one out towards left field. Has decent legs on it. Should be another sacrifice fly. And it will be as Bardwell gets home. Frustrating one for Crescent because he had that weak contact hit in to the foul area down the left field line. Range Riders just couldn't navigate it in a tricky kind of spot there. And in the end, it works out as a sacrifice fly rather than what would have been a fly out that certainly would have kept the runner Bardwell on third. Best stays put at first once again. And the called strike goes into Benjamin Rosengard. Rosengard, .419 batting average on the season. The 0-1. Best is running. Swung on down the left field line. Millen trotting over, but it's foul out of play. Count goes to 0-1. Or 0-2, excuse me. Two outs, top of the first inning. Bess on first. Mentioned he does have 6 stolen bases. Not built with a ton of speed over there, but he can run. As he'll hold put here, and the pitch will miss outside. 2-0, Long Beach Coast lead here. Very early going. The 1-2, 2-out pitch. Tapped it, just scraped a piece. Count stays 1-2 on Benjamin Rosengard. Earlier this year, tried to make it work out in the Frontier League for the Washington Wild Things. Chicago, Illinois native. Swung on. That one has good wheels under it to left field and to the track. Jake Millen goes before making the grab for out number 3. Bases loaded, no outs, and Crescent honestly does a pretty good job to minimize the damage. Just some sac flies, but 2 do get across. It's 2-0. Long Beach leads Glacier.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back in. Let's go over the starting defense for the for the Long Beach Coast. It is Whittle behind the plate, catching the balls and strikes. Rosengard over at third. Mata is the shortstop. Jablonski at second. Cooper Vest over at first. Pelk, Corona, and Bardwell make up the outfield from left to right. And Cole Percival is the starting pitcher. Percival, of course, the son of manager Troy Percival. First pitch in. This is low and in. Count goes to 1-0 on the Range Riders center fielder Kyle Ashworth. Cole Percival A long career thus far, a lot of different stops as he played 2 years at UC Riverside. That one's called a strike. Just scraped the outside. Went to UC Riverside, then was drafted by the Diamondbacks in the 31st round of the 2017 draft. That was actually initially where he went. That one's called a strike in the lower inside corner. It's 1-2. Was given the opportunity after 2 years with the Highlanders at the LA Dodgers organization. The Dodgers let him have a long test run, playing different games all over the place. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No outs. Percival into Kyle Ashworth. Fouled off again. So Percival played the 2021 season with the Great Lakes Loons, which is the Dodgers' High A affiliate. He played 2022 there as well. Also had a stint in Tulsa with the Drillers in Double A. 2023 between 3 different organizations, or minor league teams, I should say. Fouled off again by Ashworth. It's a good at-bat. He started off with Tulsa in the Dodgers organization, then got traded to the Angels organization, where he played for the Tri-City Dust Devils, now a team with a pitching coach by the name of Glendon Rush, former Range Rider coach. And then he also played in Double A with the Rocket City Trash Pandas. The next year, he was with the Arizona Diamondbacks organization. As that one misses, count goes to 2-2. Played with the Hillsboro Hops and the Amarillo Sod Poodles, High A and Double A with Arizona. In 2025, started with the New York Yankees. Played in Double A with the Somerset Patriots. As this one sky high towards left field, has Pelk moving in. And he makes the grab, out number 1. I could almost get through the full resume of Cole Percival, but still have a couple teams to go, really. 2025, like I said, started with the Somerset Patriots in Double A, then went to Minnesota, where he was between High A Cedar Rapids, Double A Wichita, and Triple A St. Paul. And finally, his affiliated days were done after seeing 5 different organizations, minor league teams, and plenty more minor league teams individually. And then this season, he has spent time in the Mexican League with Charros de Jalisco, the Lexington Legends under former Range Rider manager Paul Fletcher, and the Long Beach Coast, now playing under his dad here with the brand new Pioneer League team. This one hit on the ground up the middle, fielded and thrown, spiked in the dirt by Mata. That was not a good throw for his first baseman, but Cooper Vest over there handled it. 2 outs. So far this season, Percival with Long Beach has a 4.5 ERA in 22 innings pitched. He only got 6 innings in Lexington and had 3 strikeouts and allowed 7 earned runs. That's a 10.5 ERA. Brock Vradenberg now steps in, another former affiliated guy, certainly not as many stops as Percival. The 1-0. Swung on, sky high to center field. Moving in is Corona, and he'll make the grab for round number 3. It's a 13-pitch inning for Cole Percival, and we head to the second, 2-0 Long Beach.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back. It is the top of the second inning here. Jacob Jablonski leads it off for the Long Beach Coast. There is a lot of names that I know. This is a lot different than the Modesto Roadsters, who built their squad very differently as an inaugural team. And obviously, everybody's kind of different than the Red Pocket Mobiles. But this is largely, essentially, Troy Percival looking at his squad that went to the championship last year in Idaho Falls, taking most, if not, I mean, all the players that he wanted, it seems, have ended up here with him. There was really not a lot of leftovers in Idaho Falls. And then you got another kind of who's who of PBL standouts last year, specifically Great Falls. Some really good players from the Voyagers. This is David Whittle. It is also rare that you find newcomers. That one's fouled off. Kind of goes to 0-1. But David Whittle is a rookie. Whittle just finished up his collegiate career at UC Riverside. Also played at San Diego State, where he would have caught pitches from Chris Canada as well as Ricky Tibbett, I believe. Batted .205 his senior year at UC Riverside this past spring. This one's popped up, fouled away. And this year, batting .357 in 31 plate appearances, just 11 games as a Coast member. You're going to have to work with me as I work through the different ways to say Coast, because I was going to say as a Coast, but I guess he's kind of a coastie. Safe at second on the steal by Jablonski. For Jacob Jablonski, his 12th steal of the year, third among the starting lineup today. Pitch was downstairs. Count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out here. Top of the second. Leadoff single by Jablonski, and he's immediately in scoring position. Now he's going for third, as there will be no throw, and he'll steal third without much opposition. Two balls, 2 strikes. Runner only 90 feet away. 2-2. Scrapes a piece of it at third. Garner will just charge and throw to first. It's an RBI ground out. 3 runs across for the Long Beach Coast, all of them coming via outs. 2 sacrifice flies and an RBI ground out. 3-0 Long Beach in front. Good job by Jablonski to take off on the pitch and give no chance for Garner to be able to even try and make the throw home. Better job by Jablonski just to get around as Anthony Mata steps in. Mata sees a first pitch downstairs, and the count goes to 1-0. Two balls, no strikes. 1 out, top of the second inning. This one down the right field line. Drew Collins. Right across the foul line for out number 2. Crescent got himself into some trouble with that initial first couple batters, thanks to a frustrating run of events for him. Allowed the single on the first pitch of the game and then walked Bardwell. But then it was an infield single from Best, 2 sacrifice flies, and a fly out to left that got him out of any further damage. Bases loaded, no outs can certainly spell the end of a day quickly as Eddie Pelk steps in. Pelk ironically swinging on the first pitch, just because this is a guy that does not like to swing the bat very much. A staggering 89 walks this year. The record for the Range Riders as a franchise in their first 4 seasons was 68. Kyle Ashworth has got it up to 77. And he's second in the league, 12 behind Pelk. And it's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Pelk struggled in his games against the Range Riders last year when he was playing for Idaho Falls. Clearly, he's improved his game quite a bit during the offseason as he flares this one up. Foul. Count goes to 3-2. Pitch in, fouled up, just over my head. Santa Ana College player. Also had a stint at the University of San Diego. This one broken bat out towards center field and falling for a base knock. Grand Canyon senior year, batted .299. Up to the plate steps Matthew Bardwell. He's 0 for 0 with a walk. 2 outs, runner on first here as Crescent fires his 38th pitch in. And pickoff attempt first over to check on Pelk. Pelk 8 stolen bases this season. Not your typical leadoff guy in terms of the speed, more of the on-base ability with that on-base percentage at .537. Bardwell flares this one up foul towards the beer garden and out of play. Count goes to 0-1 on Bardwell. A 1 pitch, 2 outs. Pelk still on first. That one misses low and away. By the way, home plate umpire tonight, Michael Goebel, Steele Rogers over at first, and Zach Dart behind third. We'll say Michael Goebel, one of the best strike zones in the league. Truly accurate, right in sync with ABS often. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Tapped foul over towards third. Nice barehanded play by the third base coach. Don't believe that's Troy Percival over there. I think that's Troy Gloss. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Top of the second inning. That one out towards the left field, coming in and on a rope to him. It's Millen to make the grab for out number 3. One gets across on the RBI ground out here in the top of the second inning. Range Riders now trail 3-0 as we head to the bottom half of the frame.
1858, one man's ingenuity sparked a legacy. When Henry Ward Johns set out to rethink roofing, he built something that would last. That spirit carried forward in 1901, when Johns joined forces with Charles Manville, creating Johns Manville. For more than 160 years, through challenge and change, innovation and resilience have defined who we are. Today, backed by Berkshire Hathaway, Johns Manville is trusted in the commercial roofing industry, with systems built to perform.
Down 3-0 at the hands of the Long Beach Coast. Carson Garner leading off this inning. It's 4, 5, and 6. Garner, Rover, and Millen. First pitch in. Called a strike at the top of the zone. Right after I compliment Goebel's strike zone, he has a miss there on the opening pitch, and the count goes to 0-1. 0-1 to Carson Garner. He's batting .289, 9 home runs, 50 RBIs as he pops this one up, weak contact over towards Cooper Vest, who was looking for it for a little bit. Maybe he lost it in the smoke-filled sky, but was able to regain eyesight on it. And there's one out, bottom of the second on the pop-up. Up comes Tommy Rover. Rover batting .264. He has 8 home runs, 51 RBIs. Cole Percival, 4 up, 4 down to start this one. Course of, as that one's a bluff, it missed high. Count goes to 1-0, no appeal to see if he swung on it. Of course, his dad, Troy Percival, manager of this Idaho Falls Chucker squad, and somebody who had a very distinguished career. Like many of these players, started it off at the University of California, Riverside. Swing and a miss makes it 1-1. After his career with the Highlanders, he was drafted in the 6th round of the 1990 draft by the California Angels, then called. 1-2 goes the count. Worked his way up through the Angels organization. Started his career, funny enough, where the Range Riders just were, in Boise, Idaho in 1991. As a 21-year-old kid, he was sent to the state capital of Idaho and had a phenomenal first professional season, as there's a swing and a miss and a strikeout of Cole Percival, or from Cole Percival to Tommy Rover. 2 gone, Jake Millen steps up. First professional season, you're 21 years old playing in Low A, the Northwest League, and you have a 2-0 record and a 1.41 ERA. From there, obviously, things continue to be successful. Worked his way up, eventually playing for Vancouver in AAA, and then getting his call in 1995 to play for the Angels. And as you might know, the rest is history in the major leagues. 358 saves for Troy Percival and a career 3.17 ERA. 1-0 record. 2-0 now to Jake Millen. Millen, Range Rider home run leader, batting .233, but 10 jacks. 34 RBIs and an on-base percentage sitting at .376 for Jake. 2-0. 2-out pitch, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 2-1 on the high fastball. 93 miles per hour, just above the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Game 1 of a 6-game series here between the Coast and the Range Riders. First ever matchup between these two franchises. That one's upstairs, and it's 3-1 from Percival to Jake Millen. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, bottom of the second. Popped it up, and I think this one will stay in play. Looking over for it is the catcher, but the first baseman, Vest, makes the grab. It's 6 up, 6 down by Percival to start his outing. We head to the third, 3-0 Long Beach.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome back. Top of the third inning here. The Glacier Range Riders will see 3, 4, and 5 in this half inning. Best, Corona, and Vest. Take a look around the league, see what's going on around the PBL. Playoff race, still a little bit, not, I was going to say, it's cool right now. It's not heating up necessarily. It is heating up, but it's not hot. I wouldn't even really call it warm yet. Maybe lukewarm, maybe room temperature if it's cool to start the second half. That's where we're at. As it counts 1-1 for Cuba Bess, who is 1 for 1 with an infield single. But as of right now, Modesto, they are just running away with the second half. As that one's called a ball. Count goes to 2-1. This one out towards right field, has pretty good carry on it, playing it off the wall will be Drew Collins. The throw comes into the cutoff, not going to get there in time. Hit it hard off the bat at 108, Cuba Bess. Bess, another guy that would take a whole Kyle Ashworth at bat just to try and get in, the stops that he's had in his career. Played for the Boston Red Sox Florida Complex League for 21 games, all the way back in 2021. And then was in the Colorado Rockies organization. Drops in the zone. Count goes to 0-1. Ups Emilio Corona. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Corona got fooled on that one. 0-2 now. All right, but let me try and take you through just how everything is going on around the league and what are kind of the big series to look at. 0-2, no out pitch. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Billings at Great Falls, to me, that's kind of a non-factor series. Billings is in already. Great Falls is pretty far out of it. Modesto at Yuba Sutter. The question there is if Modesto can just keep it going. As another ball makes it 2-2. But it does seem like they are close to it. Boise and Idaho Falls, that one intrigues me a little bit. Red Pocket at Oakland, that one does not. Oakland should take care of business. The Mobiles have found absolutely confounding ways to lose baseball games. It has been staggering. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Corona punched out. I'll take you back to Sunday in a second to talk about the Red Pocket game. But the series of the week for me is Ogden at Missoula. 6 games, Ogden at Missoula, and that is where I think the season will be decided for one of those squads. If somebody handles the other well, then it could be game over and season over for the loser of that series. And I'm talking 5 or 6 games. I don't think if it's 4-2 either way or 3-3 split, then both teams will still stay in it. But they can also put the other team pretty much to bed. Cooper Vest steps up. He's 0 for 0. As there's a swing and a miss, and the count goes to 0-2. Count goes to 1-2 as a miss. All right, let's go to Sunday real quick because I got to take you through what the heck happened in Oakland, California. Because it's, I mean, it was just a whole new way to implode. All right, so Red Pocket built a 6-1 lead after the 4th inning. That went down to 6-3. But then they scored 3 runs in their final 3 innings. So you think, okay, that's 9-3. That's pretty good. However, as there's called, strike 3, and punched out goes Cooper Vest. Two outs, top of the 3rd inning. Two outs, top 3rd. Rosengard up at the plate. Rosengard 0 for 1, lined out to left. Ball count goes to 1-0. Things started happening in the 8th inning. The score at that point was 8-3. Red Pocket was leading. There's a called strike. They allowed a 2-run home run after a leadoff walk. And the score goes to 8-5. And then Red Pocket added another one in the 9th. And so it's 9-5 going in to the bottom of the 9th inning. 9-5 score line. And Red Pocket had Ren Arias in there. He was on 120 pitches. And he stayed in the game. And that spelled doom. That was essentially how to lose a base. I mean, you just can't leave a squad in there, or a guy in there for that squad that long. And it looks, in retrospect, like a poor managerial thing. I always say it. A guy should not be out there unless he's finishing an AB on 100-plus pitches. This one's a base knock into right center field, and Cuba Best will score easily. And it is 4-0 in favor of the Long Beach Coast. It's an RBI double to take advantage of Bess's double to start the inning. Jablonski now steps up, 2 outs, runner on second, 4-0 Long Beach. Not only that, but it was a guy who had homered twice off of him in Jeter Ibarra that stepped up. Because the bottom of the 9th inning, again, it is a 9-5 contest in favor of Red Pocket. A lineout started the inning. As there's a swing and a miss, count goes to 0-2. Then Isai Santos walked. There was a fielder's choice error. So again, that's not his fault. I get it. And then a single into right field, and that loaded up the bases. And then he was up against Jeter Ibarra, who had homered twice off him already that day. And at that point, he's on 130 pitches. Swing and a miss, a strikeout. Nevertheless, it was a grand slam tie game, and the game eventually won in the knockout round by the Oakland Ballers. This one is 4-0 in favor of Long Beach. We head to the bottom of the 3rd.
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
Innovation has always been at the core of Johns Manville. From advanced testing labs to real-world job sites, we rethink what roofing can deliver. Through science, precision engineering, and decades of real-world experience, we engineer commercial roofing systems that deliver lasting performance. At Johns Manville, innovation means listening, learning, and building solutions that meet today's needs while preparing for what's next. This is progress with purpose.
Seven, 8, and 9 due up for the Glacier Range Riders in the form of Steele, Collins, and Beard here. First pitch in. This is inside. Count goes to 1-0. Collins, scratch that, Steele, batting .308, has 6 home runs, 49 ribbies. Sky high fly to right field. Bench is getting out of the way as it hits near them and goes out of play to be a souvenir. One ball, one strike, nobody out. Bottom of the third inning. Steele taps this one towards short. Mata. Another low throw, but handled by Vest, and it is 1 out. Drew Collins stepping up to the plate. Fouled into the ground. Count goes to 0-1. Count goes to 1-1. This one flared, foul. Count goes to 0-2. Drew Collins batting .282. He has 2 home runs, 27 ribbies, on base percentage sitting near .400 for Drew. This one out towards left field, backing up, getting to the track, and that baby is gone. Drew Collins, Oppo Taco, over the fence. Goodbye, baseball. Range Riders break up a streak of 7, retired to start the contest. And Collins opens the scoring as well. It's 4-1 as Drew Collins sends that one long gone. Much needed for the Range Riders, who had been in park against Cole Percival. And now Percival woken up a little bit with the home run against him. Got to think how tricky of a situation it is for Cole Percival personally right now, as this one fouled off. He's right at that age, as I got him being 27 years old. And again, he's had stints with 5 different teams in affiliated ball. And his stats are not all bad. I mean, he had a 3.0 ERA with Wichita, 14 games played there. This one at the backstop. But it just didn't work out for him anywhere he went. And now trying to find some regularity here in Long Beach, playing with his dad. 7th home run of the season given up. Swing and a miss. Up comes Kyle Ashworth. 3rd home run of the season by Drew Collins makes it 4-1. Range Riders will not be shut out this evening. Top of the zone, called a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Skips in, 1 ball, 1 strike. Flared up. Will this one stay in play? It looks like Rosengard has a chance at it. Backpedaling and into the glove it goes for out number 3. Range Riders get a run off the solo shot by Drew Collins, his 3rd of the season. It's 4-1, Coast in front.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a 3rd-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Top of the 4th inning here. The Glacier Range Riders currently trail the Long Beach Ghosts by a score of 4-1 here. That's a ball. Count goes to 1-0. This is David Whittle up at the plate with the ground out over to 3rd. Pops this one up sky high. Logan Beard moving over, but it's way further away than I thought it was originally from him. And it is caught by Steele for out number 1. Anthony Mata now steps up. He flied out to right field, did Mata. Ball upstairs to Mata. Mata, of course, a key member of the Idaho Falls Chucker squad the past couple of years. 1-0. Missed in the side. 2 balls and no strikes. Range Riders 1 run on 1 hit. 6 hits for Long Beach to produce their 4 runs. Called a strike in the upper part of the zone. Count goes to 1-2. Scratch that 2-1. Downstairs, 3 balls, 1 strike. Three-one pitch in, swung on out to center. Jake Millen will work over from left to grab that ball closer to the gap. And 2 outs. In the top of the 4th inning, 2 up, 2 down. Fired by Crescent. First pitch into Pelk is in the zone, 75 miles per hour. .39 strikeouts for Pelk. So as you take obviously the high walk numbers, he also has about 10 more strikeouts than Kyle Ashworth, who is second in the league in walks. Oh, 2. 2 outs, top of the 4th. Outside. One-two pitch in to Pelk. Hit towards short. And the throw to first is on target in time for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down, fired by Crescent. Range Riders offense back to work, sending up 2, 3, and 4 in the bottom of the 4th.
Need a space that offers both a place to dine and an area to mingle in style? Book the Hideaway and Corner Suite at Glacier Bank Park. You and up to 50 guests will enjoy full catering services in the Hideaway, and incredible mountain views and comfortable furnishings in the luxury Corner Suite. This versatile combination offers a space to dine and a place to relax, creating the perfect arrangement for guests looking to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back in. Swing and a miss to start off the bottom of the 4th inning. Cole Percival's next pitch will be his 40th of the day. Fouled off. Count goes to 0-2. Donovan Ratfield, first time up, grounded out to short. Oh, 2. Upstairs to Donnie Rat. One, 2 now. Missed low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two pitch. Swung on by Donnie Rat out to center field. Playable for Corona. And the catch is made. 1 gone. Up comes Brock Vredenberg. He had a healthy cut, but it was to center field as well. Also caught by Corona. One out, bottom of the fourth. Ball. Count goes to 1-0. Recent announcement, obviously, in the Pioneer League landscape is a neighbor's coming to town. As this one's tapped foul. 1-1 goes the count. The Pioneer League announced that they're coming to Irvine's Great Park in 2027. Innovation Baseball Partners, which is the same company that is a part of this squad here in Long Beach, is expanding to Orange County to play in Irvine. It's interesting, we don't get to go to Long Beach this year. But I'm just fascinated in general with the reception of a new squad. Obviously, it's been a long time where it's pretty much just been the Long Beach Dirtbags that have been calling that ballpark home. So obviously a lot of successful college baseball years. But it's a lot different during the summer, especially when it gets pretty darn hot down there in SoCal. Trying to figure out the right balance and also understanding that you got a couple of very big ball clubs right down the street. And how do you be able to get fans to come out when it's not that much further to go to Dodger Stadium or Angel Stadium? Obviously, it's a lot more of a hassle in some ways, but that's definitely what those clubs in the LA area are up against, where Vredenberg sends this one long. Gone. Oh my, that one might be in Southern California right now. Goodbye, baseball. Wow. Range Riders tally another solo home run. That one went 102 off the bat, 400 feet to right field. Percival left that changeup dead center. Really missed his spot. And Vredenberg made him pay. The 8th home run of the season by Brock Vredenberg and his 30th RBI since joining the Range Riders. 4-2 goes the scoreline. This one hammered to center field and down for a base knock. That one was even cleaner off the bat at 105 by Carson Garner. The heart of this order, 2 straight hard hit balls against Percival. And immediately his dad wants to chat with him. Jerome Williams listed as the pitching coach on this squad, but obviously there's been nobody that has coached Cole more than Troy, and just wants to come out and have a quick breakdown with him. 1 out, bottom of the 4th inning. Up comes Tommy Rover. Let's see if Rover can keep the string going. Yes, he can. Hit into right field. Garner will push. No, he will not. Stop sign, I think, put out by the Range Rider third base coach. And Todd Pratt. That one delivered into right field on the base knock. Range Riders had 1 hit through the first 3 innings. And now, on 3 straight pitches, they've connected. This one sky high into shallow center field, and an infield fly will make the catch much more manageable. Even if he would have dropped it, it would have been an out clearly. Range Riders trying to keep stringing together hits, and finally it's broken up. Miss hit there by Millen. Steele now stepping in. Steele had a really solid week down in Boise, offensively hitting over 500 over his 6 total games played. He came in late as a replacement on Sunday's game. 2 outs here, bottom of the 4th inning. This is a moment for the Range Riders that kind of sneaky could come in to make this one a little bit more competitive. It's 4-2 right now, but just the way that this Long Beach squad approaches a contest feels pretty scary. That's a step off by Percival, who clearly is thinking about Carson Garner at second base. A well-struck ball by the Range Rider first baseman Brock Vredenberg for a solo home run. And then 2 straight singles, one of them 105 off the bat of Carson Garner. The 1-0. Swung on. Will that one have a chance in shallow right field? No. Jablonski under it and makes the grab for out number 3. Percival weathers through the scare at the end there, but he does allow a no-doubt jack off the bat of Brock Vredenberg. Vredenberg's 8th home run of the season. It's 4-2. We head to the 5th.
At Johns Manville, it's always been about people, the people who design the systems, the people who build them, and the people who depend on them to perform every day. That's why we approach commercial roofing with care, collaboration, and respect for what's at stake. Because every roof protects more than a building. It protects people, livelihoods, and peace of mind. That's the responsibility we stand behind. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Now on the mound for the Glacier Range Riders, it's another ex-Long Beach Coast player, Ricky Tibbett. First pitch in. Hit on the ground, just beyond the dive of Steele. And Bartolo will head for second. Throw comes in, it's off target. Range Riders, there's been some about some of the throws in where they've allowed 3 hustle doubles, and that just shouldn't happen. Like, I mean, at least one of those should have been an out on the surface, at least. And I get it, you know, it's just going to be close plays, but there's a little bit of just lack in the step there to be able to get somebody like Bartowell, who has 2 stolen bases on the year, not built with speed. He was not moving with a ton of gas around first base there. You don't want him to be able to get to second as easy as he made that one look. Flared foul by Cuba Bess. Bess, his last time up, he hit a double off the right field wall. Outside. Ricky Tibbett entering the contest. Tibbett, he is on both rosters because he had 11 appearances and a 16.88 ERA in Long Beach. Clearly, whatever he was doing with the Coast is this one drifting, and it is a fair ball. down the right field line. Scoring easily from second is Bardowell. And it's another double for Cuba Bass. It is 5-2 Coast. But whatever Tibbet was doing in Long Beach, for the most part, he cleaned that up in big regard here. His ERA is less than half of what it was for the Coast. So the Range Riders have set him up so far for a successful stint. Up steps Emilio Corona. However, his former team stringing 2 straight doubles off of him. Disengagement by Tibbet. Tibbet was a player for the Range Riders in 2024. He played under manager Troy Percival in Idaho Falls last year as another pickoff. Step off comes. And then he was asked to continue playing under Troy Percival, was welcomed down in Long Beach before being let go, and coming back up to his original professional home, the first team that he was with out of his collegiate career. Finished it up. Speaking of Irvine, which I just mentioned, the new pro baseball team coming there, finished it up with UC Irvine, was a former Anteater. The 1-0 into Corona. Outside, it is 2-0. The 2-0 no out pitch. 3 balls, no strikes. And that one's ball 4 upstairs. 4-pitch walk, runners on first and second, top of the 5th inning. Donovan Ratfield wants a conversation as Cooper Vest steps up to the plate. I don't believe that the ballpark that the Irvine PBL team will play in is the same as the stadium that UC Irvine plays in themselves, where when Long Beach announced, everybody figured, and I mean, I think it was announced with that they would play at Blair Field, which is where the Long Beach State baseball team plays. So it won't be another similar situation where they just play in the local college baseball stadium. Again, I don't think, because I believe this is a different ballpark. There's a called strike. Count goes to 0-1 on Cooper Vest. Looks like a nice stadium, however, that UC Irvine plays in. Cicerone Field at Anteater Ballpark, which is arguably rated as one of the top collegiate baseball facilities on the West Coast. There's a called strike as well, right on the outer cut. It is 0-2 with no outs here, top of the 5th, 5-2 Long Beach leads. They fit about 3,400 where Ricky Tibbet finished his collegiate career. The 0-2. Low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Tibbet deals down Vest. And there's one gone. Top of the 5th inning. Range Riders are used to playing Boise, where if that would have been a situation there, Vest would have dropped down a sacrifice bunt, because nobody in Boise was too big to drop down a bunt. It was chronic and constant. That's Rosengard sees the first pitch into the bottom of the zone. Since the walk issued to Corona, it has been 4 straight strikes now from Tibbet. 1 out, 0-1 count. And it's in the zone again. Count goes to 0-2. Great Park Baseball Stadium. That's where Irvine's playing. Oh, 2, 1 out pitch. Low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 now. This one out towards center field, moving over, and it falls in front of Ashworth. 1 run comes home, and into second goes Benjamin Rosengard with a line drive double. It's 6-2 as Bess across, Corona the third. Rosengard also in scoring position. There is 2 across in this top of the 5th inning. If you were to drive from UC Irvine's ballpark to Orange County Great Park, where the new Riverside PBL team will take home, it's about 18 minutes right now, and it actually doesn't look like it has any traffic, which it's 6:47 on a Tuesday. There should be traffic, but somehow there isn't in any stretch of LA. Jacob Jablonski sees a called strike on the outer cut. Count goes to 0-1. The 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now 1-2. Funny enough, that Great Park is part of a complex that hosted the United States men's national team for their base camp for the 2026 World Cup. So some good athletes have graced those grounds. That one is called a ball low. Count goes to 2-2. Called strike 3 and a challenge coming, and they're going to lose it. Right at the knees there. Not a bad situation for the challenge, but over half that ball's in the zone. Like, that's pretty clearly a strike. And I think Jablonski didn't have as good of a thought on that one as he turned out to actually have. Pitch missing inside, and the count goes to 1-0. Ball. 2 balls and no strikes. This one out towards center field. Moving back is Ashworth, and at the track is able to make the grab. Like a gazelle sprinting in the outfield, Kyle Ashworth runs that one down for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 5th as Ashworth restricts the team that plays in his college stadium from getting anything more than 2 in the 5th inning. We're halfway home. Range Riders down by 4.
Range Riders fans, Glacier Bank Park offers a variety of suites to accommodate groups of all sizes, from small gatherings to parties of up to 65 people. The balcony views and exclusive services create a premium experience for celebrations, reunions, and outings of all kinds. Enjoy the convenience and comfort of your private space, breathtaking Montana scenery, and high-level action on the field, while our dedicated hospitality team creates an unforgettable experience for you and your family, friends, or business associates.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Drew Collins 1 for 1 with a solo jack, leads us off bottom of the 5th inning. Just under an hour and a half gone of playtime between these Long Beach Coast and Glacier Range Riders. Flared off. I got caught between saying fouled off and flared off, and then I said flowed off. That ain't a thing. At least not as far as I'm concerned. A 1 count into Drew Collins. That one is flared more than fouled. And the catch over near third base in foul territory is made by Rosengard. There is a 1 gone, bottom of the 5th. Right now, magic number for the Modesto Roadsters to clinch a second half playoff spot is at 27. Just 27 wins out of their final 30 games, and they're in. That simple. They're 17-1 right now in the second half, so that doesn't seem too hard to get to as Beard reaches out for one and able to get a base knock. In Long Beach's own, not Long Beach's own, but Long Beach State's own, Kyle Ashworth steps up to the plate. I'm assuming some of the fans from the coast are also Long Beach State fans, and they should know that Kyle Ashworth, who was an all-conference player for the Dirtbags, is having really a phenomenal campaign. Upstairs, count goes to 1-0. He's a guy that last year it didn't really look for certain what his role was. Okay, maybe he's a half-decent second leadoff guy. Bat him in the 9 spot. He's a good fielder, makes decent plays out there. We just saw one. But like, where really, is he going to fall on a roster in the PBL? And Kyle Ashworth said when he showed up this year that he is a solidified leadoff man. Called strike 1-1. That one's a ball. That called strike did miss low and away, so did not get the benefit of the call on that one. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out, bottom of the 5th inning. Runner on first in Logan Beard. Tapped foul. Two balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, runner on first. So happy you could join us. I know we got Long Beach Coast fans. Just so you know, if you're a Coast fan, you're probably, because what you've done the majority of the season watching on Home Team Network, it is technically possible to watch on YouTube as well. We've made it possible for our fans to be able to watch for free on our YouTube channel. So just search Glacier Range Riders and you can watch it there. Just if that works out better for you, or if you don't have HDN connected to your phone and you're, having to go run an errand or something like that, just feel free to pull it up on YouTube and listen in the car. I'm trying to call it as best I can for radio audiences as well, because we're also available for radio on the Go Range Riders app via Mixler. So there's plenty of ways to watch and listen all week. We hope we make it as easy as possible for you to tune in and watch the Coast, just as much as you're trying to tune in here to watch the, that was a bad challenge. Whittle challenges it and they're out. That's a ball upstairs. Long Beach is out of challenges. That one was a bad spot. runners on second and third. It's a 3-2 pitch or whatever that count was. I understand the challenge from Jablonski last time. That one was it's just not the situation to challenge. Ball 4. Yeah. Because it's a 2-2 count. And it's 3-2. And I get it, you're trying to punch him out, but it's runner on first, you're up by 4. If this game gets closer, you're going to want that challenge way later than this. And you just lost one in the last half inning, and so you got to almost put a handcuff on it, unless it's, 2 or 3 aboard. It's a mistake by this Long Beach Coast squad that's really well coached, as we're going to see Troy Percival sprint out of the dugout. Got some giddy up in his step there, Troy. He was standing on the mound, ready to talk to Cole by the time Cole had touched the rosin bag and was turned back around. He really just wanted to get out there and have this conversation. Whatever he said to him the last time he came out there was really solid. As that is going to go down as a mound visit, as did the earlier conversation between Whittle and Percival. So, to be honest, the mound visit count I don't think has ever mattered at all in a baseball game. There was one time when the Range Riders had a mound visit and then weren't allowed to make a pitching change, which I do believe was incorrect, as this one swung on out to left field, backing up. Oh, and that one's going to get to the track. A brutally close fly ball out to left. Pelk backed up to make the grab on it. He was keyed in on it pretty much all the way. It went 317 feet. It needed to go about 325 to have a chance for a hit. In Missoula, Montana, the Range Rider catcher is doing a home run trot right now, but at an actual professional ballpark, it's a flyout. Vredenberg hammers this one down the left field line. Pelk working over, and it is a foul ball out of play. A matchup between Vredenberg and Percival. Two guys that were highly touted recruits coming out of their into their collegiate career. Both obviously got a chance at a D1 opportunity. Many of the schools like UC Riverside were giving Vredenberg a call. He got an opportunity to play Power 5 ball, obviously Michigan State, and then was a high round draft pick by the Phillies organization. 0-1, 2 outs, runners on first and second. Bottom of the 5th inning, Range Riders versus the Coast, as that one is called a ball, and there's no challenges remaining for the Coast, so they can't do anything about it. Although if they would have challenged it, it would have been confirmed a ball. It was a good call by Michael Goebel, our home plate umpire, as a errant pitch ends up down there. As, by the way, we got Jackson Murphy down there coaching third base. Just noticed that happening right now. Bluff of the bat, and it missed inside. Count goes to 2-1. Forgotten the hodgepodge of all of this, that it's the bottom of the 5th inning, and it is time for trivia, but let's see the end of this at-bat first. Might have to wait till the 6th, as that is ball 3. Three 3-1, 2 outs. Hitters count in to Brock Vredenberg. Warm-ups going on in the pen right now, and a step off as the pitch clock was running down. I think actually Vredenberg might have called it time. 3 balls, 1 strike to Vredenberg, who has a home run already today off Percival. The hitters count pitch in with 2 on. Ball 4, and Vredenberg walks. The way he threw away the bat was almost in frustration that he didn't get the chance to rip one, and instead Carson Garner, who hit it 105 off Percival the last time up, now steps to the plate. Cole Percival's only thrown 71 pitches. That's a low pitch count, but right now the tying run is at the plate in this contest. Two outs, and the first pitch into Garner as Percival clearly working through his entire process on the mound. Ends up with a disengagement. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning, 6-2. This is one of those moments that could decide this game. First pitch misses from Percival. The patient Glacier Range Riders. One-0, 2-out pitch. This one hit over in the hole, and the throw will be made across, grabbed by Rosengard. It was in that 56 hole right there between Rosengard and Mata, and just slow enough at 82 miles per hour hitting the turf, and that took a lot of velo off of it and made it playable for Rosengard to grab it. If it would have leaked to Mata, it would have been a tough play for anybody. Instead, we head to the 6th. It's 6-2 Long Beach. Welcome back. It's the top of the 6th inning. Anthony Mata leads it off. Did he go? First base umpire says yes, sir. Count goes to 0-1. That one misses. New pitcher into the contest right now is the Glacier Range Riders, Jacob Hasty. Hasty taking over. Go up against 9-1-2, Mata, Pelk, and Bartlewell. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2. No outs, top of the 6th inning. On the season for Hasty, a 6.98 ERA, 33rd appearance for the Glacier Range Riders. The 1-2 into Mata. Misses off the shoot tops. It's 2-2. 2-2 into Mata. Called strike 3. Mata knew it. Darts right in front of him. Up steps Eddie Pelk. Pelk 2 for 3, 2 singles, and a ground out. Pelk originally from Huntington Beach, California. There's a lot of Cali kids on this team. He is one of many. Obviously a huge advantage over all of these mountain teams is the Long Beach Coast. Being able to say, hey, you're from down the road, why don't you just come play baseball here? You can even live at home. Where the Range Riders are saying, hey, have you ever heard of Montana? Well, come and join us in Montana. It's a lot more of a foreign sell at points. And the guys who, take the, invest in the trust. The Range Rider staff, as that one slots in. Count goes to 1-2. And they decide, yeah, that this might be the best shot for me, especially because the Range Riders have gotten more guys signed out of this league than any other team in the PBL. Obviously, not necessarily comparable to Long Beach because they've had such a small sample size. The 1-2 1-out pitch. And that's called a ball. Just missed outside. 2-2. But for those players who answered the call and said, yeah, screw it, let's go to Montana. Clearly, for many of them, you look at Logan Van Wy and Jonathan Bintaro, more than anybody, it has worked out. Swing and a miss. And Pelk strikes out for the 40th time this season. 2 outs. As the best free pass specialist in the league. Right there. Made to look silly by Jacob Hasty, who is money against lefty bats. 2 outs, up comes Matthew Bardowell. Range Riders down 6-2 right now. Offense haven't been able to get much going against Cole Percival. And that one hits the shoe top of Bardowell and HBP to bring up Cuba Bass. Cuba Bass, product just like Pelk at Grand Canyon University. Played 4 seasons for Grand Canyon, played 95 games there, batted .313. His collegiate career finished up in 2020. He is now nearly 29 years old and has had playing stints with the Red Sox. Then with the Rockies, played for a bevy of different squads for them. This one's a hit in the center field by Bass. Bass played 21 games in 2021 for the Florida Complex League for the Red Sox. Then he was drafted, or then he was brought back into the Rockies organization where he was drafted out of high school. Played 57 games with 3 different affiliates of the Rockies in 2022. And then he played 41 games between the Complex League and Spokane in 2023. I do not have him playing in 2024 anywhere. And then last year played for Yuba Sutter. He's on first now as Emilio Corona steps up to the plate. Skips in. 1-1. Corona played at Pima Community College. Also had a stint at the University of Washington. Played at the University of Arizona as well. Went Pac-12 to Pac-12. Did not play there in their Big 12 era. Played there in their final Pac-12 season in 2024. Out to center field. Ashworth moving in and makes the grab on the run for out number 3. HBP in a single breakup, a 1-2-3 inning for Hasty, but he punches out Mata and Pelk to finish the frame scoreless after the flyout in to Ashworth. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It's 6-2 Long Beach.
Glacier Bank Park is just so beautiful. The absolutely stunning views, the facility that we have, we're just very fortunate.
This is a place where people can gather throughout the community. The location of the park itself is centrally located within the valley, and as such, it keeps everybody coming from all the different municipalities throughout the valley, and really it's just a hub for the community to meet.
My favorite thing about coming to the ball field is seeing old friends, seeing the beautiful complex, and the staff, how friendly they are. They greet us with friendliness, and the seats are awesome.
We also get to connect with folks as far away as Boston that are here on vacation that actually want to come to a ballpark because I talk them into it because that's how special it is.
So we come to socialize. We love our group and we just have a really good time. Of course, we like watching the game too. And we like to win.
At Johns Manville, what we build starts with who we are. We are people champions, listening first, putting customers and teams at the center of every decision. We're driven by passion, always going the extra mile, always pushing ideas further. We perform, setting higher standards, delivering stronger results, and creating lasting value. And we protect our people, our customers, and the world around us, today and for generations to come.
Welcome back in. Bottom of the 6th inning. It's Tommy Rover, 1 for 2 today with a single his last time up, stepping in. First pitch of ball. Count goes to 1-0. Looks like over on first base right now, it's the injured J.D. McLaughlin. Getting his reps in, staying involved around the diamond rather than roaming center field, which he is used to doing obviously on a nightly basis for most of this season. Instead, while he's injured, he's down there coaching first, and Jackson Murphy over into third base coaching. That is a called strike. 2-1 to Tommy Rover. Cole Percival back out there. Warm-ups going on in the pen right now, just in case things get sketchy. Bluffed the bat. Did he go? Nobody asks. It's 3-1. Three-one pitch. Into right field, well struck. A base knock by Tommy. Up comes Jake Millen. Millen 0 for 2, popped out. And he flied out to the shortstop his last time up. Final attendance, 2,078 here on this lovely Tuesday night. This is a great week for baseball. And I'll tell you what, you might be a little bit intimidated because you look at the mountains around the valley and you might go, okay, it's smoky out there. I cannot feel it at the ballpark at all in the air. I think there's something special that's really great at this ballpark where the smoke kind of mostly stays away, and that is purely just me feeling it off of vibes. I felt it a little bit at Boise. I can't feel it here at all, so I really would, tell you to consider it if you're holding back. But obviously, everybody decide for yourself. You can always watch here and stay tuned to the squad. But it is absolutely gorgeous, and the smoke's a lot better than it was 2 weeks ago when the Range Riders were back at home. Flared up and foul by Millen. And if you're tuning in from across the country, then unfortunately for you, you got no choice but to be stuck with me. I will try to make this as engaging and exciting as possible. All right, I said I'd get you some trivia last inning and delayed it because of a, steamy situation. But as this one hit over to first, bobbled, and eventually picked up while holding his foot on first by Vest. Goes down as a ground out, but safe over at second is Tommy Rover. Vest was hoping probably to try and get that double play in there. Janelle, our producer in the stadium, she was asking for more hockey questions. She's enjoyed the hockey questions that we had. We sprinkled in some other sports. And so I will sprinkle in another hockey question right here. Tell me, in what city is the Hockey Hall of Fame located? And there's two answers because I want the Hockey Hall of Fame, the main one. And then I want the U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame, which is much trickier than the Hockey Hall of Fame generic. So where is the Hockey Hall of Fame? If you can guess, there's a few obvious candidates, but the tricky part about when you think about the Basketball Hall of Fame or the NFL Hall of Fame, which you probably know where at least the Basketball Hall of Fame is, the Basketball Hall of Fame being in, what's it called, Massachusetts? Springfield, Massachusetts, and then Canton, Ohio for the NFL Hall of Fame. Is this one towards right field, down for a base knock. Green light to send the runner home. The throw will come to the plate, and it is out at home. Bat was in the way there, so it was a really awkward slide, but it was a good throw from right field by Bardwell. And that ball just hit really hard into right. And a good throw by Bardwell to end that scoring opportunity. And there's 2 outs, bottom of the 6th inning. Look back at it here. Jackson Murphy over third base had an immediate green light to send it home. And then, yeah, the bat right in, that was kind of a dangerous play. Just happy everybody's okay with that bat there as Drew Collins steps up. Could have been runners on third, or runners on the corners, first and third with 1 out. Had that stop sign gone up. Instead, Range Riders trying to get some runs here, so an aggressive play to try and score the runner, and it did not turn out as Bardwell, arm called into question, and he answered the bell. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th inning here. Drew Collins sees that one upstairs. That might have been the day for Percival, too, when you think about how he's been starting to struggle this 3rd time around seeing the Range Rider bats. And if it would have been runners on the corners, 1 out, I think they might have pulled him, or at least it would have been down to 1 more batter seen, and he might have been pulled. To answer the question for the Hockey Hall of Fame, that is located in Toronto, Canada. That might have been an obvious answer, but that's where it is. Toronto, Canada. You probably guessed that. You probably ruminated on that one as this one hit over to second base. The throw made for out number 3. The U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame is in Eveleth, Minnesota. Yeah, go figure. I'll tell you more about that when we return. It's 6-2. A throw out at home emphasizes a bottom of the 6th inning where the Range Riders came up close, but no cigar.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back into the broadcast booth. Scott Gladstone with you. So excited to bring you Long Beach versus Glacier baseball here from beautiful Flathead Valley, Montana. If you have not heard of the Flathead Valley, you're a Long Beach fan, I advise you to look it up. You can also look up Glacier National Park, which is just in our vicinity. Glacier country up here. It is one of the most beautiful places on earth. I'll testify to that to anybody who makes me. 1 ball, 1 strike. I think these players, Glacier Range Riders, and even visiting players, I think often feel really lucky to just be a part of playing baseball in such a unique spot. Line drive single up the middle by Cooper Vest. He breaks up an 0 for 2 day. Single by Vest. Up steps Benjamin Rosengard, who is 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. Six to 2 here, top of the 7th inning. Sun still certainly out in the sky. First pitch in, misses to Rosengard. It's 1-0. That one's 2-0. All right, I left you with the nugget that the U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame was in Eveleth, Minnesota. And that is because of the town's deep-rooted hockey history. They obviously have cold northern winters, and they are an early incubator for American hockey legends. Count goes to 2-1. They are known as the capital of American hockey. And the Iron Range community successfully lobbied to place the national shrine there. They opened the U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame in 1973. Runner is going, Invest the throw in. As that one is not in time. It goes into center field, but Cooper Vest did not try and head to third. A stolen base, and he's in scoring position. Frank Brimsack, John Mayasich, and John Marucci were all born in Eveleth. And there were some local mining executives that campaigned hard to get the Hall of Fame there. Swing and a miss, a strikeout by Rosengard. He comes up empty on the slap shot. Sorry. Take that one back to the drawing board. Just, you know, because I was talking about hockey, so it made sense to say a hockey term. And he tried to scoop down and forget it. One out, up steps Jacob Jablonski. Jablonski, a first pitch strikeout, goes to 0-1 in from Hasty. Hasty, 25 pitches thrown. Warm-ups are going on in the pen right now, just in case things get hairier. It's a 4-run game right now, but Long Beach has been in control since the start, so it doesn't necessarily feel as close as it is. But as the Red Pocket Mobiles showed, any game is winnable or losable. Range Riders have also seen that plenty. They've been leading in the final 3 innings of their last 4 contests and have lost them all. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-2. So maybe it's a better position right now for the Range Riders to be in, trailing by a little bit going into the final 3 frames and seeing if they can flip this game on their head instead of having the flip be done to them. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out into Jablonski, 1 for 3 today. Fastball down low. Jablonski, another recycled Idaho Falls player, making his way over from southern Idaho. Range Riders, of course, drove through Idaho Falls on the way there and on the way back from Boise. The 1-2 swing and a miss. That ball way in the dirt. Tag applied to Jablonski, and it's another K for Jacob Hasty. Hasty coming out. This, what we're seeing from him in terms of his getting his outs especially, is that's what you're used to seeing from Hasty. He was playing with a little bit of fire in his belly. He's got 4 strikeouts of 5 total outs recorded, a single allowed to vest this inning, and a stolen base. And he did have a hit by pitch and a single in the last inning, but his vibe last year was always bend, don't break. That is very much what he got into, and he's had a couple outings this year that have just got to him. But when he's slinging darts out there like this and teams are coming up empty on swings, he is a hard man to beat. Swing and a miss. David Whittle up at the plate, 0 for 3 Whittle. Ground out, pop out, and a fly out, and now he's down 0-2 with 2 outs to Jacob Hasty. Hasty fires the 0-2 into Whittle. Down low. The 1-2 now. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout applied by Jacob Hasty. 5 out of 6 Ks. And Long Beach was swinging at everything but contact in those final 3 batters. We'll be right back. New pitcher coming onto the bump for the Long Beach Coast. Welcome back. It is Logan Beard stepping up to the plate here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Glacier Range Riders right now with a 6-2 deficit at the hands of the Long Beach Coast. First ever matchup between these two sides here in beautiful Northwest Montana. New pitcher into the contest, and it's a swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-1. This is, of course, the funky sidewinder, Steven Ordorica. Ordorica, another former chucker, and that one is buffed up into the air. Weak contact right at vest. Doesn't need to move much to grab that ball, and Ordorica has one down. Steven Ordorica on the season has himself a 4.62 ERA, his 36th appearance, 2 wins, 2 losses. That funky throwing style throws a lot of people off. 6-2 scoreline. It's the bottom of the 7th inning. Called strike. Count goes to 0-1. Of course, these two would have faced off last year, as would Logan Beard have faced off against Ordorica. This one slashed foul. 0-2. All right, let's ask some life's important questions. If you're a Long Beach fan joining me for the first time here, during late game, 6th, 7th, 8th inning, I like to just kind of refresh things a little bit and ask a very important question that's not that important. It's a good time to discuss, and especially sometimes getting late in the games. Range Riders have had 30-plus games decided by 5 or more runs this year, so it's certainly been needed late in some contests. This one is down the left field line, foul. Count stays 1-2. So, if you're eating French fries, how much ketchup is too much ketchup? And the real question is it on the side, obviously, or do you just put it right on top of the fries? Is there anybody out there that does that? I think that's my real question. Usually when I do, if I have a basket of fries, 2-2 count coming into the Range Rider leadoff batter, Kyle Ashworth. This is a high chopper, going to be kind of a tricky one. Fielded and thrown, not handled cleanly. Infield single by Kyle Ashworth. Jablonski had to charge it, so all the way, pretty much, that's going to be an infield single. I don't want to judge anybody too hard, you know, but as Ratfield gets this one snagged over at second base by Jablonski. That one almost moved in slow motion towards the second baseman. And Jablonski waited on it rather than trying to backpedal. He just thought his best shot was to wait on it and then try and see how high he could get that vert. Two outs now. First pitch into Vredenberg is seen as a strike. Count goes to 0-1. When I get fries, I'm a ketchup eater with it. No fry sauce, nothing funky like that. And I'm usually making a little nest as that one gets by into right field. And Ashworth could have tried for third, but given the stop sign. And that's the first error of the day for either side, the E1 on Ordorica. But I'm making a little nest, a little cocoon in one of the corners of the little basket of fries. And that's where I'm putting. And the bottom line is there's going to be some fries close to that are going to get drenched and a little soggy with ketchup. And those are probably just not going to be eaten, unfortunately, unless they're really good fries. Called strike right at the knees. Challenge coming from the Range Rider first baseman. And the Range Riders will win the challenge. right at the knees of Brock Vredenberg, which are higher than others. 6'6" right left-hander. The 1-1. Long sign grabbed by Ordorica. And time taken from Vredenberg. I don't know. Let me know if there's anything different going on with your fry situations out there. Is anybody truly going ketchup on top? It just, this one's flared foul. I just don't. I just think you can get the proportions wrong. I have the right proportion to, or fry to ketchup ratio that you're going to be wanting to work with, and if you're just kind of just putting the ketchup on willy-nilly, just kind of spraying it on top, then the ratios are going to be all off. 1-2, 2-out pitch from Ordorica outside, 2-2. Sun hasn't even set yet, and we're getting weird here in game one. Listen, I'm locked in a booth with myself. This is my 69th game of the year. As this one ripped towards the gap in left center field. Vredenberg has himself a double off the wall, and a run will score. Vredenberg hit that one spicy hard off the bat. 357 feet. And the Range Rider first baseman, an easy stand-up double. And it is 6-3 the scoreline. The Range Riders cut the deficit to 4-2, allowed 2 in the top of the 5th inning. But 2 straight shutout innings by Jacob Hasty have given them a little bit of life defensively. And that well-struck double by Vredenberg draws it within 3. First pitch in the zone to the Range Rider third baseman in Mr. Carson Garner. This one fouled back. Biggest moment of this contest, Range Riders had the bases loaded, could not do anything with it. Man, if they were just able to pop in 2 there on 1 base hit, this could be a whole different contest. They've obviously had to throw out at home last inning too. Frustrating things to look back on, but nothing you can do about it now rather than face forward. 76 up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Garner 1 for 3. Trying to face off positively against Ordorica. There's a left-hander warming up in the pen for Long Beach. Bluff of the bat, did he go? Yes, sir, says the first base umpire, Steele Rogers. Garner said to have punched out, and we head to the 8th. RBI double by Vredenberg makes it 6-3. Long Beach still in front.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back in. New pitcher on the bump for the Glacier Range Riders as a beautiful sunset starts to eclipse those mountains behind us. New pitcher is Davis Pratt into the contest. High Sox per usual. This Range Rider right-hander, originally from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Coming off a couple funky appearances for him, but his ERA still at a reasonable 7.08. 1 win, 4 losses for him. This one hit back up the middle, backhand by Beard, and an easy throw to get out Mata, who now is 0 for 4. 1 out, top of the 8th inning. This Long Beach Coast squad, if I haven't already made it clear, they clinched in the first half of the season. And, I mean, they played a phenomenal first half. And it's such a unique situation to be in the second half, because in one point, you like not being able to care and say we can lose every game the rest of the regular season, and it doesn't matter, because once we get to playoffs, it's reset and it's anybody's contest, and who cares what happens leading up to that, as Pelk sees it 2-0. But there's also the line where you're a natural competitor, and if you start to lose games in the second half, even if they don't matter, you still start to feel the alarm bells go off. It's 3-0 in Pelk. 2 for 4 today, Eddie Pelk. The last time up, he struck out against the Range Rider lefty and Jacob Hasty. So it's a fascinating situation to be in. They're kind of in the perfect situation right now, where they're just keeping on, and keeping on their pace. At the same time as there's a 4-pitch walk issued to the league leader in walks, Eddie Pelk. Fairly uncompetitive bat from the pitches from Pratt. Right after he got 1 pitch to get out. The number 9 batter, Mata. Up steps Borderwell. Borderwell has gotten 2 free passes, a walk and a hit by pitch. Top of the 8th inning here, 1 out, 6-3 Long Beach. Range Riders pulled it within striking distance, but you don't want to open up the door here for anything more from Long Beach. First pitch in is swung on to center. Backing up is Ashworth. He gets to the track, and the catch is made. Ooh, that one had a long carry on it from Bardowell, but he got under it, and it's grabbed. And a good job by Ashworth to backpedal and make the grab. First pitch in, slices the strike zone to Cuba Bass. A 1. Bardowell, a hefty lead over there. Secondary lead big. One of the things that you also deal with when you're a first half clinch team, that I think the Range Riders invested a lot more emphasis on than Missoula did 2 years ago, was trying not to exhaust your team and not make it feel like in the second half every game is the end of the world if you lose. So there's a balance of being completely apathetic and also being so commanding, as there's a swing and a miss. Pratt punches out Best. Plenty more to talk about, not just today, but the rest of the series, about a first half playoff spot clinched. For now, it's out of the jam of a small sort goes Pratt, and it's 6-3. Range Riders with a little momentum headed to the bottom of the 8th. New pitcher into the contest for the Long Beach Coast, number 29, Jake Dixon out there, the Fresno State Bulldog. Stepping out, played his entire career for Fresno State, 5 seasons before starting his pro career with a 9-game summer in Ottawa. Then last year, after struggling over 10 games in Ottawa, found a home in Idaho Falls with Troy Percival, and like many Chuckers, took the trip down south to Long Beach, California. Obviously a metaphorical trip rather than a literal one, because they would have gone home at the end of last summer and then they would have traveled to Long Beach, most likely a little bit south unless they were from San Diego, basically. Or if you're from Texas or Florida, it would have been a little bit north, but way more west. This one down the right field line on a broken bat, and it falls for a base knock from Tommy Rover. Aggressive round to first base there. Barnwell trying to catch him napping on it. Not going to be that easy. 10th hit of the game for the Range Riders. They're down by just 1 hit to what Long Beach has done. And Jake Millen is a man with the authority and the swing at the plate that certainly can make some damage. This season, a 5.52 ERA for Jake Dixon in Long Beach. 31 innings pitched, 28 strikeouts, 18 walks, and the first pitch delivered into the strike zone to make the count 0-1. Millen, 0 for 3 today. Pop out, fly out, ground out. Pennsylvania native, played his college ball in Florida. Came all the way out west for the tryout last year. I believe it was in Ogden, Utah last year, where Range Rider assistant GM Kyle Spencer saw the potential of Jake Millen, saw how hard he swung the bat, saw the great guy that he was off the field, and gave him the opportunity to come to Glacier. And it was against Troy Percival's Idaho Falls Chuckers that he had his coming out party, hitting 2 home runs in his professional debut. The 0-2. Inside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Of course, those games were in Idaho Falls, notable as the most, maybe not the most, but one of the most hitter-friendly ballparks in this PBL. A lot different here in Glacier Bank Park, usually a pitcher's friend, this stadium. Hit on the ground and through on the left side. A base knock by Millen, and there's 2 aboard, tying run coming to the plate. Bottom of the 8th inning here, the Range Riders, who in Boise were cursed by that penultimate bottom of the frame every time Boise stepped up, whether it was in the doubleheader games where the Range Riders allowed enough runs to lose the lead in both bottom of the 6th innings, or whether it was Saturday night and Sunday where it was continuing to struggle in the bottom of the 8th inning. Now they're going to try and flip the script as Steele squares to bunt, drops down a good one, fielded by the left-handing pitcher and nearly throws it away on the fire to Jablonski. Range Riders playing very strategic baseball there, dropping down a sacrifice bunt and giving an out to the Long Beach Coast when there is only 3 outs or 5 outs needed. Now, there was 6 outs, and you risk giving a completely free out, which it was. But a base knock now by either of the next 2 players, Collins or Beard, makes it a 1-run game, which obviously is something that you want. First pitch in the zone to Drew Collins, who's 1 for 3, a solo home run, his 3rd of the season. Also has a pop out and a ground out to the right side of the infield. If he grounds out to the right side of the infield again, that will score a run. The infield is back right now, allowing that possibility. But Dixon, the lefty, would love to strike out a fellow southpaw. Swing and a miss. That was a great slider to get up 0-2. 0-2, 1 out. You got to think if there was maybe a consideration for a pinch hitter. I'm looking at it. Zampella, the right-hander, was just activated today. So you could have had a righty bat there, but a less experienced one than Collins, who's been with the Range Riders the entirety of this season. Outside, it's 1-2. You also have Julian Sauger just activated today. He is a right-handed bat as well, and He has only appeared in 7 games this season. Zampella has only appeared in 8 as a starter. The 1-2 pitch into Collins. Bluff of the bat. Home plate umpire said that he went. I don't know about that one. They're not going to ask the third base ump. Todd Pratt's coming out, and I'm guessing he's going to say, as he passed by Drew Collins, he said, come on now, ask for help. Which you are allowed to ask for help. And this is not a situation where there's an umpire not down the line to help you out. Over at third base, Zach Dart is standing there, and the home plate umpire took it upon himself to make the call and punch out the Range Rider lefty bat in Drew Collins. And I'll tell you what, from my angle up here, which is one of the rare situations where I have a better look than the home plate umpire. Of course, I'm much further away, but I'm almost stationed down that third base line. He might have bent his wrist there, but I don't think he came through. I mean, I would have loved to see, if there was just an appeal made down to third, what Zach Dart would have seen. But that was not the situation given, and that's probably the frustration from Todd Pratt, from Drew Collins, and from the Range Rider faithful here, who let the Boo Birds rain down. Obviously, it's a high stress scenario, as into the game comes their closer, Zach Volker. 4-out save will now be asked upon for Zach Volker. Volker, a Yuba Sutter high wheeler last year. And now one of the top relief arms in the league comes in to inherit this situation. A 3.79 ERA for Volker. And on the season, he has 13 saves. This is a Long Beach squad that has played a ton of close games, and they've often come out on top. They have allowed just 5 saves against them, which is a strikingly low number. For the Range Riders, it's right around low double digits for both. The Range Riders have committed 12 saves themselves, and they've allowed 11. So there's some close ones both way. It's 5 against for Long Beach. So that means teams are not closing out close games, or it's a blowout. And on the other side, it is 20 saves that the Coast squad as a whole have been able to deliver. 13 of them by Zach Volker, and now it's a monster matchup with Logan Beard, who's 1 for 3 today. A single up the middle by Logan Beard. He also has a strikeout and a flyout. Beard versus Volker with 2 in scoring position. If there's a base knock here, not only does the tying run go on the bases, but it very well could be a 1-run game with Millen having decent wheels at second base. First pitch in to Logan Beard. Right down the middle at 95 miles per hour. Volker's one of those guys that you got to think can't be too far away from getting signed to an affiliated contract. The way the Range Riders have been getting guys signed out of Glacier Bank Park. As that one cuts the inside corner, it's 0-2. That pitch is a tough one to look at after the 95-mile-per-hour fastball. Oh, I do not know how a batter deals with that. What can Beard do on 0-2? Up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brief appearance from Jake Dixon. The Range Riders gave him an out on a sacrifice bunt after they had 2 singles to start off the inning. A sac bunt and a strikeout. And now the 1-2. 2-out pitch, bottom of the 8th inning. 6-3 Long Beach leads. Ahead of it, it's a foul ball. Makes contact on it. Got a feeling Beard is keyed up there. He's watched a lot of strikeouts looking this year. He does not want to go down in similar fashion. But, of course, if you're going to be given a ball, you'll take it. But anything close, Beard might pull the trigger on. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Second and third are the runners. Volker in. Called strike 3 and a challenge coming. Our home plate umpire got antsy. Michael Goebel has an incredible eye at the plate, but that was a bad call from Goebel. I don't know what he was looking at, because if you look at this replay, this ball was clearly outside of the paint. I mean, it's a ball outside the zone, and Goebel, again, incredible home plate umpire, calling balls and strikes. That was a bad miss in a bad moment. Luckily, the Range Riders had a challenge to overturn it, the 2-2. That one called strike 3, and Beard knew it. We head to the 9th inning of play. It is Long Beach 6, Glacier 3, as I think the catcher Whittle thought that was game over. He turned around to shake the hand of the home plate umpire. A new pitcher will come in. We got one more inning of action. Don't you worry. We'll be right back. Welcome back in. Day turning to night here in the Flathead Valley, and the 8th turns to the 9th. It is Emilio Corona to lead it off. 0 for 2, Emilio Corona, former Great Falls Voyager, batted .332 last year, 11 home runs, 52 RBIs, had 33 stolen bases as well. The speedster batting cleanup as the first pitch misses high from the new Range Rider pitcher, Alex Bustamante. Bustamante takes over, trying to keep this at a 3-run game here. Volker likely will continue his attempt at a 4-out save in the bottom of the 9th. Swing and a miss. Range Riders' most consistent, best reliever this year, Bustamante, a 3.12 ERA. His 26th appearance this year. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Bustamante sends down Emilio Corona. Strikeout swinging for out number 1. First pitch of ball into Cooper Vest. Vest, a sac fly, 2 strikeouts and a single up the middle. He is 1 for 3 with a ribby. Tapped it. The only play to make is Bustamante, who throws off balance and into right field. But a skid out by Vest. That looked a little funky. Will make it just a play to stay at first base for him. It's a single down the left field line. One out, top of the 9th inning. Vest on first after the 1-out single. Up comes Benjamin Rosengard. One-out pitch in by Bustamante, who got the weak contact the last time, just put it in no man's land on a central swing and bunt. With some mustard in the zone, count goes to 0-1 on Rosengard. The 0-1. Inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Long Beach got 2 runs in the first inning, 1 in the second, 1 in the third. They built their 4-0 lead before the Range Riders struck back to get 2 and make it 4-2. Then it was the 2-run top of the 5th inning. And since then, the only run has been 1 in the bottom of the 7th. Up and away, 2 balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. 2-2. The 2-2. Inside, good snag by Ratfield. Big payoff pitch coming in. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch coming to Halpern. Excuse me, to Rosengard. Runners going. Sky high to left, and Rosengard not happy about that one. He spiked that bat down like it owed him some money. And there is 2 outs. Top of the 9th inning, 6-3. As up to the plate steps Jablonski. Great day from Rosengard with those 2 doubles. Been a big part of this victory. Jablonski up here. 3 strikeouts. Challenge coming. Was that a challenge? No, not a challenge. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the 9th inning. One. Inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. in the zone, 2-2. 6-3 scoreline, top of the 9th inning. Long Beach leading Glacier 6-3 here. They've been in the driver's seat since inning number 1. Three balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2, 2-out pitch, runner going on. Swing and a miss. Bustamante sends down Jablonski, who's equally as upset to come up empty in the big moment, and he throws down his gear as well. The last chance for the Glacier Range Riders coming up in the bottom of the 9th inning. It is the top of the order. Ashworth, Ratfield, and Vredenberg as this swing and a miss by Jablonski sends us to the bottom of the 9th. Welcome back in. It is the Glacier Range Riders down by 3, facing off against one of the best closers in the league in Zach Volker. First pitch called a strike at the bottom of the zone into Kyle Ashworth. 1 for 3. The crowd is going to let our home plate umpire know, and especially after there was a close call overturned in the last inning. 0-1 goes the count to Ashworth, who flares it foul. The count goes to 0-2. Volker, the right-hander out of Granite Bay, California. Again, a Yuba Sutter player last year. Good relief option for them. 0-2. No outs. Bottom of the 9th inning. This one tapped up the middle. Jablonski fields, throws a little off target, but it's in time for out number 1. One out, bottom of the 9th inning. Donovan Radfield, a rare 0 for 9 for him. He's 0 for 4. That one almost scraped him. Count goes to 1-0. It still missed inside. Ball downstairs. No challenges remaining for Long Beach, so they'll have to bind it at a 2-0 count. This one hit up the middle, and it hits Volker and goes up into the air. Nobody's covering first, so it'll be an infield single for Donovan Ratfield. That one came back spicy at Volker. Punches him somewhere near the face. It clearly didn't get his face, because as Zampella will come in to pinch run. I think if we got him in the face, he'd still be down on the ground right now. Thankfully, he is okay. His infield of Rosengard, Mata, Jablonski, and Vest all coming quickly in to check on him. So an infield single makes Ratfield 1 for 5 on the day. Swing and a miss by Vredenberg as the count goes to 0-1. Brock Vredenberg 2 for 3 as the RBI double his last time up, a home run in his second trip to the plate. 0-1 count, 1 out, bottom of the ninth. Walker Zampella came in to pinch run, and an error is made as Zampella is going to charge towards third. The throw will come in, and it is out at third. It is out at third base on a dynamite throw from the runner over at, or from the, I believe, the first baseman, Cooper Vest. And that is a gut-wrenching way to get out number 2 here in the bottom of the ninth. I think the crowd was egging that one on. I didn't get to look down and see if there was a green light at third base being given, or why Zampella went to third. But it was a beautiful toss, and a swing and a miss makes the count 0-2. On Vredenberg, as the Range Riders all of a sudden now have brought a hush over the crowd. In reality, the Range Riders did not need more than Zampella going to second. That at least took the double play ball off the table instead. The 0-2. Down in the dirt. So it was an error. E1 to get Zampella to second, and then a 3-5 put out, presumably. 0-2 pitch in. Did he go? They asked, and the third base umpire said that he went. That is the ball game, and the Long Beach Coast win this game 6-3 here in the Flathead Valley. The first ever matchup between these two sides have Long Beach coming out victorious. We head to the postgame show. 6-3 final, Coast win.
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back in. Scott Gladstone with you as the final score of this contest is Long Beach 6, Glacier 3. Range Riders coming up just a bit short here, as the winning pitcher will be the starter Percival, and the losing pitcher will be the Range Rider starter in Cole Crescent. Save goes to Volker. Another save in the phenomenal season that he is having. Let's check around the league real quick as the Glacier Range Riders falling in this one. Their second half record now 4-15 as we look towards the rest of the PBL. Great Falls is able to beat Billings 6-5. Ogden has a 10-7 lead on the Missoula Paddleheads. Idaho Falls with a lead over Boise 7-4 in the top of the 8th inning. Modesto leads Yuba Sutter 13-0 to no surprise from anybody. And also to no surprise, Oakland leading Red Pocket 11-8 in the bottom of the 4th inning. That'll do it for today's broadcast. A huge shout out to everybody that makes this show possible. Long Beach now 51-16 on the season. Should be a great series between these two teams if today was any indication. Once again, our final score is 6-3. A huge shout out to everybody in this stadium on this staff that makes this broadcast possible. And a huge shout out to our man back in the HDN studio, Christian Banda. For everybody here at the Glacier Range Riders, my name's Scott Gladstone. Please have a great rest of your night and stay safe out there. Range Riders fall 6-3.